Strange Darling. Yes, please. Strange Darling is a new psychological thriller written and directed by J.T. Mulner, shot by Giovanni Ribisi. Or is it Ribisi? Or is it Ribisi? I think it's Ribisi. Giovanni Ribisi? Giovanni Ribisi? Anyways, y'all know who he is. He was pretty big in the 90s. This is his first outing as a cinematographer, though. It stars Willa Fitzgerald and Kyle Gallner. Their names in the film are The Lady and the Demon, okay? And this is... You can't talk a lot about Strange Darling without giving it away. The trailer tells you that there's going to be a twist. I was expecting a twist. I was waiting for a twist, but I wasn't expecting the one that I got. And that's great. It's shot on 35 millimeter. Giovanni Ribisi's a big... Okay, hold on a second. Okay, it's Ribisi. Giovanni Ribisi. I was saying Ribisi. So he's a fan of 35 millimeter, and shooting a film with the 35 millimeter format gives your film a certain look. It has this very rich texture to it. All the colors pop, and it's so contrasty and just beautiful to look at. I thought they made a great choice shooting this thing 35 millimeter. They even put a title card up at the beginning that says that the whole film was shot in 35 millimeter. Which, by the way, if you know anything about film, they had to pull focus the entire time, which is a pain in the freaking butt. Nowadays we use digital, and the camera that I'm using right now is an R8. It's a Canon R8. It's a mirrorless, and it's just following my eye around. Like, I'm looking on my screen. It's just following my right eye. I can switch it to my left eye if I want to. You know, it can follow my whole head. It doesn't have to only follow my eye. But using that format gives it this very nostalgic sort of look. It gives it its own visual style. Like, when you watch this film, you're going to be like, okay, this looks different than everything else I've seen this year. This film is so good. Like, my wife was getting ready to go to bed. I turned this on because I wasn't sure she'd be into it, and she sat and watched it. And later... we were trying to remember what we watched that night, and she said, "What's that movie that turned out to be so good that I stayed up and watched?" And I was like, wow, I didn't think you were into stuff like this. It really is good, y'all. It's told in these 6 segments, and the segments are out of order, and it has to be out of order because they're tricking you. They pull the wool over your eyes. So just know that that's going to happen. Try to figure it out. Maybe you can figure it out. I got really close. Like, once I figured out what was going on, or what I thought was going on, I was like, yep, that's what it is. But then I found out what it really was, and I was like, I was so freaking close. But man, oh my gosh. Willa Fitzgerald and Kyle Gallner, y'all, they put on a freaking clinic. These people are going to be national treasures one day. They're so good in this film. Let's do the breakdown. Okay, so the good. The acting is phenomenal. There's this scene where, let me get the mic a little closer here. There we go. There's this scene where they're sitting in his truck outside of a motel room, and I guess they're contemplating going in the room, and they're just talking. And I promise you, it is so good. And all they're doing is sitting in a freaking vehicle talking, but they're just putting on an absolute clinic of acting in this scene, and she is just it's like we're getting to learn who they are personality wise and whether we like them or not in this scene, and it's just so good, y'all. And then the whole scene in the hotel room, oh, it's like this build up. It's like this slow burn build up of things that are happening, and you've already sort of seen almost the ending at this point, and you're going back to see when they first met, and it's brilliant. It looks really good. The film looks great. As I mentioned, the 35 millimeter is awesome. I like the lighting also. So when the characters smoke in this film, they've got light coming down in a way that when they're smoking and they're blowing their smoke, the light is hitting the smoke and it's making the smoke look bigger than it is. I don't want to show my arms. Hold on. Let's look at that. Yeah. What am I freaking doing? Anyways, it makes it sort of, I don't know why they chose to do that, but the scene in the truck, there's a scene in the woods later. When the person's smoking, they always have this light coming down so that you can really see the smoke. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but I just like the way it looks. I think it looks cool. The colors are great, y'all. The reds are so freaking red. even the wardrobe choices, the fact that they shot it in 35 millimeter, everything pops. The colors of the cars, the wardrobe, everything. The film just looks really good. Giovanni Ribisi has definitely got a career as a cinematographer and probably a director. I love the writing. I love the twist. Having the rug pulled out from under you is great, especially when you can't see it coming. They really and truly went above and beyond for this film. It feels independent. Everybody involved with this film loves what they're doing, and you can tell. The bad, I don't see anything really bad going on here, and I was trying to rack my brain. What am I going to say that's bad about that? There's got to be something that I didn't like about this film. And I'm watching it and I'm just thinking, even the slow scenes, even the segments where they're just talking are great. I'm glued to the screen the whole time they're talking. If I had to pick one thing, maybe it needed an epilogue, So I don't know, maybe at the end they could have went one scene more, but I say that about most films. So I don't really have anything bad to say about it. The Unclean, it's got language, it's got, blood, violence. There isn't any sort of nudity per se, as in, people are having relations and there's nudity. She's in her bra and underwear when they're in the hotel, but it doesn't show, anything. So as far as the Unclean, you're going to kind of get what you expect with this film. You're going to get a little bit of unclean with it. I mean, look what it's about, right? So if you're shocked by that sort of thing, if you don't like foul language, if you don't like blood, you might be upset with this. I hope this video doesn't get taken down because I said the word blood. I try to say relations instead of the S word because I don't want it to get flagged and taken down. So I don't know what else to say instead of blood. Maybe red bodily fluids. Will that work? YouTube and TikTok, can I say red bodily fluids? Freaking hypocrites. I can't say that, but chicks can literally walk past the camera with their whole bodies hanging out and they become millionaires. Anyways, so Strange Darling, you can stream it right now. It's going to be worth your time. And just to recap, the actors put on a clinic. The writing is brilliant. The direction is outstanding. The cinematography is better than I've seen in a long time. The film looks freaking phenomenal. The twist is great, but it's more than just the twist. Shyamalan, I'm talking to you. It's not only its twist. The movie is better than just its twist. So I say check it out. This film gets 2 horns up from me. It's one of the... I have not given a lot of films 2 horns up as long as I've been doing these reviews. This one definitely gets it. So Strange Darling, run out right now and watch it. Sit down with your loved one. And make sure you don't have any distractions because you're going to want to pay attention. You're going to want to soak it in. And if you're a fan of film, if you're a cinephile, if you're someone that appreciates film, you're definitely going to like this. Thanks for watching The Good, the Bad, the Unclean. I'm Just Charlie. And as always, Snoochie Boochies.